product image, your background image, the two different ways we can use buy buttons, and the heading above and below the buy button. So let's get into it. Okay, so first off, we got the heading. I'm just going to give you a quick rundown of this HTML. What you see is what you get editing box. So if you're unfamiliar with it, I'm just going to point out the main features, what you may need. And if you're familiar with these boxes, just bear with me for 2 minutes. So what we can do is we can put our cursor in, and we can type in the text that we want, and then we can change the format and stuff like that. So I've typed in headline. First off, here we got the text alignment, so we can align it in the center, to the right, or to the left, depending on how you want it. For the headline, you're probably going to want it in the center. And then we can change the size here. I've found that 75 pixels is a great size for your headline as well. We can then change our font. I love this one for headlines, entirely up to you which you choose. And then we can then change the color. So we can click this drop down arrow here, and we can choose one of these predefined colors, or we can go for a custom color, and we can add a hex code in there to get the exact color that you want. We can change it from bold to normal. You don't see much of a difference on that font, but you do on other fonts. And then we can italic it if we want to italic it as well. So something else you may want to do, not in the headline but further down as we use the other boxes which work the same as this, maybe something like this was 99, now 49.50. Something we can do, let's just make this red. Oops, let's make this red. Something we can do here is we can do like a strike through as well, okay, which is pretty powerful if you've read about sales and stuff like that. So you can have a strike through. We can also do an underline by coming up to format there. We can underline stuff. Another thing you may want to do is click here to grab yours. So what we can do is we can highlight this here, and we can make these words clickable. So if we come up to this little link icon here, you click that, you add in a link. Let's just grab this YouTube link, add in a link, and then if you want it to open in a new window, you can select new window there, click OK. Now that is now a clickable link, okay? So you can use that in these editing boxes. So that's really the main and key features. There is one more thing you might want to do, and that is insert an image. So you go insert image, click this browse icon here, you find the image you want to use on your PC. You can put the dimensions right away, and it will add it in at that size, or once it's added in, you can grab the corners and you can reduce the size of the image down. Just be aware that Shopify has a limit on the amount of information you can put in these boxes. So if you get an error when you save it, then there's too much going on inside that box. Okay, so that's a super quick lesson on how to use those. One other thing which I'm going to do as well here, I've got the HTML because I've already been building these pages a lot, so I saved the HTML to speed things up for these training videos. So what you can do, if you come up to tools up here and source code, I'm going to get rid of that. That's the HTML code of what's already in the box. So let's get rid of that, and I'm going to paste in what I've saved. Click OK, and it drops that in already formatted and stuff. So you can either, if you've got something good going on one page that you want to copy, then you can come into tools, source code, you can copy this, and then you can go across to another page and you can paste it in, and it'll have your colors and layout and everything already done to save you doing it a second time. Okay, so that is the heading or the headline or the hook. Next thing we got is our product image. So I've got one here prepared earlier, and then we've got our background image, which I've also got here, and then we've got I'm going to come back to the buy button. I'm just going to put this heading in above here like this, Control C. Okay, so like I say, I'm just sort of cheating a bit so I can speed things up so I don't have to type all this out and format it while you're watching. But what you would be doing would be something like this. contact us via live chat, and then I want that centered like that. Then I'll change the font to the font I wanted, and then perhaps change up the size a little bit like that. Okay, and then maybe I'll make that bold so it stands out a little bit more. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and hit save, and oh no, I'm not. I'm going to explain about the button. So with the buy button, we've got two different ways we can add a buy button. Okay, if we click the drop down menu here, we've got buy button through code, buy button through image. So first of all, we're going to look at the image, and the reason we put an image in is in case you want to land people directly on a collection. So for an image, I'm just going to grab this URL. You can make the image go to any URL you want. So let's just put in this YouTube one for the purpose of this demo, and then we need to find ourselves a button. I've got one here ready, and then let's go ahead and click save, and we'll check out what that looks like on the live page. Okay, so that's saved. Let's go over here and refresh our page and see how our page is coming along. Okay, so you can see we now have our headline up here. We've got our main product image here. We've got our heading above and our heading below, and we've got our clickable button there, and we've got our background image there as well. So you can see if you don't use a background image, it defaults to black, so that it stands up, and you can see it's a parallax effect as well, so the background image will stick and stay there, and when you scroll up and down the page will move, the background will stay still like that. Now when you're on mobile, then the headline and stuff will mobilize so that it looks right, and the customer or the person on the mobile will not see that background image there. Okay, just so you know. So if we click that, that's going to take us to that YouTube video.
Hello everyone, I just wanted
sorry about that. So let's go back. So that's our clickable button. Now let's look back in our page builder right here. So the other way we can do this is through code. So some of you guys, or I know a lot of you guys, are using Carthook. Carthook basically spits out the code. If you're familiar with Carthook, then you know where to get your code. You basically just paste that in there. If you're using it through Shopify, then you need to activate your buy button sales channel. So you see the sales channels here. You need to click this blue icon. That will open up a window. I've already activated mine over here because I've been testing. But that will open up a window, and you just select activate buy button. You then, as you build out products, perhaps I'll make a video on it. I'm sure Shopify's got some training, but you just select, you'll click buy button here, select the product, then you can edit the button slightly, and then it will spit you out code, which I also have one here saved earlier. It will spit you out a load of code like this, which we can then paste in there and click save. Okay, and let's come back across to our page. Let's go Control F5, give a hard refresh, and there we have, this is the button embed code. So the difference is with this, you've got the variants and stuff there depending on what the product is, so they can choose, so they can hit buy now, and that will go through. If you're on Carthook, that will take you straight through to the Carthook funnel. If you're using the Shopify button, that will pop out the Shopify cart window. Okay, so that's it for that video, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.